What's that statue on the floor? Can't decipher it. It's Luffy versus Kaido. I also went through a lot of my old shit today with Matt and Danny. Like, shit that I had when I was a kid. I've got some cool stuff, actually. I don't know if anything's worth anything, but I found this today that I think has potential to be, like, an absolute fucking diamond for a sports collector. Because when I was a kid, I had a ton of sports memorabilia that my parents would find at, like, flea markets and, like, obscure auctions. And today, I stumbled across this, and I didn't remember it. Maybe you guys can tell me if it's worth anything. It's a signed Mickey Mantle... Here, I'll go full screen. It's a signed Mickey Mantle certificate of authenticity taped onto the back. Mickey Mantle, like, Hall of Fame celebratory plaque. You can't really see it super well. But I looked it up, and there's this picture signed from a few people, but I'm pretty sure it's a custom signature, because this one's different than the others, like, location-wise, so I think he personally signed them, and then they plaqued it. God, you can't really read it at all. It's too dark. But I feel like that might actually be worth something. And I didn't even remember I ever had that. That shit's worth more than antimatter. True. I had some cool fucking gems in there from my childhood I forgot all about. But I was gonna bring, like, all of it to a pawn shop, including, like, some really personal items, like a picture of me with Shaq when I was a kid. I was gonna see how much a pawn shop would give me. No Dragon Ball posters. Oh, speaking of, though, I do have this. This thing's cool. Check this out. This was also in the stuff that we found today. It's literally bigger than me. It's an IMAX Moonfall poster. Holy shit, you must have looked like an ant next to Shaq. I did. It's a cute picture. You're probably the only person to own that. Yeah, I don't remember where it came from. I think somebody sent that to me in the P.O. box a long time ago, and we only just now found it. But it is so hype, I gotta find a cool place for it. Because it's a great poster. Super rare because the rest have been thrown away. Pretty much, yeah. Like I said, there was some really cool sports memorabilia stuff. Outside of the IMAX, or outside of the Moonfall IMAX poster, that is. Like, I have a lot of signed shit. What's your most valuable signed item? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I have no idea. Because these are things, like, from my parents that they got from auctions and flea markets. Is that the new vid where you take all your stuff to the pawn shop and try and sell it? That's going to be a vid. Today we went through all of it and picked out the stuff that's worth keeping and bringing to a pawn shop. Have you compared the Mickey Mantle signature to the legit ones to make sure? Briefly. And it seems legit. Especially because it still has the certificate of authenticity and everything. Like, it seems legit. Also, another one I think might be a super banger. Oh, that was a lot of farts. I have a 2003 Oakland Raiders football signed by the entire starting lineup. And the 2003 Oakland Raiders lineup includes Jerry Rice. So Jerry Rice's signature is on that, along with, like, Rich Gannon, Philip Buchanan and shit. So that might also be something. Easy mill. Imagine. Now, I was looking on eBay. Apparently Jerry Rice signed stuff's like $150. But I feel like that might be more because it's the entire Oakland Raiders, the starting lineup. Pretty sure that team sucked. You're wrong. In 2002, the Oakland Raiders made it to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Bucks. But 2003, a lot of the teams stayed together, at least for one more season, and they didn't do great. But doesn't matter because that squad was still kind of goated. We see the government stop producing pennies. About time. Yeah. I think they should have stopped producing pennies years ago. I've been an outspoken penny hater for a long time. It's just fucking wasteful. People used to hate me for that take only like 2 years ago. Don't they cost more than a cent to make? I don't remember all the economics behind it, but it's a completely worthless waste to produce. There is nobody on the fucking planet that uses pennies in the first place. Unless you're trying to, like, round out even at a cashier, but most people do self-checkout now with cards anyway. It's so fucking rare that you'll have anyone actually utilize pennies outside of a cashier giving you change or someone trying to exact change on a cashier. Not true, I use them every day for lottery tickets. You a big lottery guy? Collect pennies as one day they'll be worth something, especially special editions. That's what Danny said. Try and collect every penny that we can. And it's a cute idea, but I think it's just going to be more of a headache. It's never actually going to be worth anything. Can you melt enough pennies to make money off the copper/metal if you do it at a large enough scale? I fucking doubt it, because like the amount of money you'd have to invest just to melt them, and the amount that you'd have to collect, like there's no way you'd make a meaningful return. Also, I don't even think it's copper, right? Isn't it something else that they just have like a coating on? I don't even think it's actually copper. Let me go ahead and check, because I think I don't remember when, but at a certain point they stopped being copper. No, modern pennies are not made of copper. They used to be, but pennies made in 1982 and later are copper-plated zinc, so it's not even copper. What a scam! I'm telling you, man, pennies fucking worthless. I'm glad they're stopping the production of them. Now, they're still in circulation. Like, they're still going to exist, but... Man, just stop fucking wasting time and resources printing that shit. It's worthless. How could pennies even become a rarity? There had to have been billions of them in circulation. I don't think they are. Like, I don't think there will ever come a point where we can't find pennies. Like, there'll never be a penny shortage. Like, I just don't see there ever being a real reason to try and hoard pennies now that they're going to be out of production. Canada got rid of the penny a while ago, and you can still find the odd penny here and there, but they're dwindling. And are they worth something now? Like, if you hoarded all of your pennies in Canada, can you sell them for something? I imagine not. The shit on Pawn Stars didn't get rare overnight, most of it. Pennies just won't be rare, though. They will never be rare. I'm just gonna look it up. How many pennies have been in circulation? Let's see. There are about 114 billion pennies currently in circulation in the United States, but they are severely underutilized according to the Treasury Department. 114 billion pennies. That will never be worth anything if you try and, like, hoard those now that they're not going to be produced. It's just not going to happen. There are a few type of rare pennies with the year and letter printed that are made valuable to collectors, like Pokemon cards. Yeah, like, I know there's definitely some rare pennies, but on the whole, it's not worth trying to hoard them to find that. A 1909 Lincoln is worth $100. Nice. $2 bills are a great example. Other than super old ones, anything from the 1950s and newer are just worth $2. Cool. Very cool. Hi, Mimi. You ever get into coin collecting? Never gave a fuck about coin collecting. I was never into coin collecting. I thought it was so lame. Stamps guy, huh? Fucking hated stamps too. My collecting was cards and Mighty Beans. I used to collect Mighty Beans. That didn't lead to anything. That shit's never been worth anything. But those are my big collections. What about comics? Nope, never comic collected. I like the idea of it. That show Doug, I think it was Doug, they had a comic collector, and I thought it was a great episode and a really cool idea, but I just never actually pulled the trigger on trying to collect comics. What's the most interesting collection you've seen? Guess it depends on your definition of interesting. I still really like toilet collectors. I fuck with that a lot. Like, it's not the most extensive collection or anything, but they all have different flush powers, different mechanisms for flushing, cool names. Yeah, of course they're all functional, otherwise why would you collect them? I wonder if he's updated. This is the Tuford Zone Bowl rinse test. What about just a full collection breakdown? Like a more recent one? That doesn't look like he has an updated collection. Travel data Orlando. Is this the toilet convention? Another good one's washing machine collectors. They have a little conference we watched a while ago. Yeah, here we go.
You consider wash days as nothing more than a chore?
All right, everybody, we're going to go down and do laundry now.
More like these guys.
Bring your dirties. Okay. Load me up. There we go.
They love laundry.
Which way to the machines?
They can't wait to wash.
Oh my gosh, what's best for permanent press, John?
Oh, wow. You want to do this one, Mark? You want to try
Yeah,
this?
go for
All right,
it,
get
Mark.
your laundry.
They're members
This is
of
so
the
wholesome.
Washing Machine Collectors Club.
So
Isn't that cute? Like, how can you not appreciate a collection like that? Some good washing machines, some good company, good time. You know me? Yeah, you know me. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of dudes just washing some clothes. Damn right.
6, I think. Now we're up about 3,000 members worldwide.
3,000. 3,000 washing machine collectors.
Oh yeah.
A staggering, some might say alarming, figure.
Yeah, I love that shit. It's great. I love those really wacky collections. Vacuum collecting's cool. Fire alarm collecting's cool. Have you seen the guy that collects wasp nests? Oh, no. Wait, that's interesting. He's called Hornet Boy.
My hobby is collecting wasp nests. They're very intricate, they're beautiful, colorful, and they're masterpieces of nature. I go by the Wasp Whisperer.
That's pretty cool. They don't seem to still be active.
This is one of the largest nests in my collection. This is a perennial southern yellowjacket nest. This looks like a skyscraper with the different floors.
This was 7 years ago. I wonder if there's an updated one. His name is Terry Prody. No, it doesn't look like he uploads himself. What the fuck is this? He's got his finger on the lens as well. YouTube can be such a beautiful place sometimes. That was the third view to that video. Ceiling fan display in my garage, the old setup. I haven't checked in on ceiling fan collectors in a while. Pretty good collection. What's his most recent one? The Hinkley Tibberon Ceiling Fan. What is this? Plus running water. Must be like an update. Holy shit.
Hello, welcome back. I have some updates. Kind of exciting to do here was just eliminate that previous wall control, and I've done a series of assorted smalls.
Holy.
So I'm actually going to go down to this end to talk about what kind of started this whole idea. Blade to be displayed in a different capacity.
He's even got the box fans too. Holy. This is a huge building for this as well. Like, I'm pretty sure this is part of his house. I wonder where he's at, where you can have a place this big for an affordable price. That's a classic fan right there. Holy. That is the OG basic build ceiling fan right there. Oh my god, I haven't seen that in so many years. I have 5 of them in my house, lol. Yeah. It's like the most common, like, generic ceiling fan you'll find in a house. Oh my god, he's gonna turn them all on. He's creating a dangerous wind tunnel! Oh, if he turned these on, it'd be game over. There'd be nothing left. Yeah, I like his new updated setup. This is much better than his last one. Does he turn it to high speed? Because this is marked low speed. Oh my god, he does. He goes high speed. Oh, yeah. Yes! Unlimited power! Do it! And this is only his, like, big ceiling fans. This is not even his little ones we saw a moment ago. Surely it... Oh my god, is this another room? This is where he's got the experimental prototype fans. What the fuck is that? It's a turbine! Is there a level beyond? This is called Spin Down. Oh no, that's the refractory, I see. Have you seen the guy who collects cardboard cutouts of anime waifus, lives in a mansion full of them at one... Yeah. Well, you're misrepresenting him. He doesn't collect them, he makes them. Yes. He's pretty popular on TikTok. But I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen his work. Here we go.
Oh, hello everyone. So today I want to showcase one of my newest projects, which is that I've made every single member of Hololive into a cutout. All the cutouts are accurate to the real life height, and did all the Holostars, or male branch of Hololive. This project was definitely intense in terms of effort, as each one of these cutouts was highly detailed. For example, Kobo's hair was especially complex, and had to spend a lot of time cutting out each individual hair.
I wonder if he shows the outside. Because he does, like, giant cutouts. And... yeah.
But instead of using like 14 pages per cutout, I would instead have to tape around 300. And in a nutshell, did that process for also the same...
Shit's crazy. But yeah, he lives in like a giant fucking mansion. I don't remember if he ever said where that money comes from. But yeah, he's very popular on TikTok. His dad made grease. Wait, really? That's crazy. Don't people also collect street signs? Yeah. Basically, if it exists, there's people out there that collect it. There is not a single thing I can think of that doesn't have a collector for it. Like, item, that is. Except for, like, if you get, like, really specific, I'm sure you can find something. But I mean, like, broadly speaking, any item, there is someone that collects it. Yep, traffic cone collectors are kind of big. Tissue boxes. Oh, that's interesting, actually. That one, there might not be tissue box collectors. Let's see. Well, that was quick. Immediately into a tissue box collection. Couple of them, actually. Light switches. Oh, light switches? That's actually kind of big from what I remember. This one has like an actually pretty big community. Cumrag. That's a different kind of collection, and you already know that exists. Have you gone down the nail clippings collection rabbit hole? Not recently. Why? Is it like really active? It's pretty cool. Awesome. There's a huge bread clip collection community. Huh. That's an interesting one. I wonder why.
Collecting plastic bread clips is officially my new favorite internet rabbit hole, and it's a deep one, folks, so buckle up. These tags are called Clupinids by collectors, and
Clupinids? That sounds like a Warhammer 40k term. Clupinids. That's interesting. Like, I'm not surprised it exists. I want to be clear. Like I said, if it is a product or if it is just an item out there, there are people that collect it. But I wouldn't have thought it'd be, like, this deep. You know what I mean?
the Clupinid subreddit actually has over 3,100 members that all collect plastic bread tags. They organize their collections by a classification system that is outlined at the...
What? Look at these words. Acutinanthidae, Angulonanthidae, Arcananthidae, Concavigiladeae. Jesus. I can't read a lot of these. This has to be like a joke, right? 100% that's got to be a joke. Like they're doing it just as a meme. Speaking Star Wars tongue, yeah. Man, and since this is an old video because that subreddit is now up to 13,000 members. They are very active and very passionate. PSA 10 bread clips go hard. No, I believe you. I do believe you. I wonder who is the biggest Occlupanid collector? The biggest Occlupanid collector is the holotypic Occlupanid research group, Horg, who has collected over 270 species. Huh? What does that even mean? That has to be like a joke thing put at the top. No, there's no way. No, that's real. That is very real. The holotypic Occlupanid research group. They use the same logic as how classifying real organisms work. Yeah, I'm reading about it right now. This is so fascinating. Just look at this. So then it takes you to Horg, which is the Occlupanid research group. It's like an SCP website here. The Acutinithae are distinguished by a single sharp dential process in the medial oral groove. There are relatively few species, and it's thought that their niche may have been taken over entirely by arcanithins or toxidentids. See, like, this is definitely just kind of like a meme. Right? But this is thorough. I think it's a tier 1 tree. This is fire. This is so cool. Yeah, they have like a full taxonomy breakdown and everything. What are pseudo-occlupanids? Oh, like the big tags. This is so fucking cool. I'm becoming a big occlupanid guy.
The website Horde.com, which stands for the Holotypical Occlupanid Research Group. The classifications are set up in a taxonomical structure with Latin-derived names, and it's very similar to the way the animal kingdom is structured and scientists classify species. And the system is incredibly complex, with 17 different families of occlupanids having been identified and hundreds of individual species that have been individually described. And each one of those descriptions is incredibly detailed, focusing
I just
primarily-
always assumed that bread clips were just a universal thing, like a standard mold that they all followed, but I guess not. Maybe I just haven't been paying that much attention to the occlupanids. Huh.
around the structure of the internal oral groove, or what they call the hole in the center of the clip. Now, if you're confused, here's a chart showing the anatomy of an occlupanid with the oral groove in the center and using scientific and biological terminology to define the other portions of the clip, like the lesser proximal palp.
This is very, very cute. That goes so hard.
This is my bread clip, and after doing a lot of searching, I did find that it came from the family Toxodentidae, which means curved tooth and describes the shape of that interior oral groove.
I wonder
But there
what
are
my bread clip
37
is.
subspecies of this
For
clip
my whole
that I
wheat
have
bread
to identify
downstairs.
it based off of. And after a lot of research, I believe mine is a Palpitominus chilensis, and you can see that each species has a full taxonomical listing, description, location where it's found, and even measurements down to the 10th of a millimeter. This entire collecting field and semi-satirical website is the brainchild of a single man, John Daniels, who first published the Horg.com website in 1994. And he continues
What?
to maintain and update it to this very day, much to the gratitude of all those occlupanid collectors out there.
1994? He's been on this meme for 30 years. He made it the year I was born. That's when the Acclupinid research started? Holy. The genesis of the Acclupinids could be tied back to my birth. That's big. That's humbling. Sometimes you just gotta take a moment, you know what I mean? In Canada, they evolved for milk bags as well. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys had fucking bagged milk. Yeah, it's very interesting goodness, that's for sure. Some things are just bigger than us, Charles. Ain't that the truth, man? Studying Acclupinids. Do you still have your bread clip? Yeah, of course I do. Here, I'll go grab it, and we'll see if I can identify it. I guess might as well. I'm curious now. Actually, while I'm going to grab the Acclupinid, I'm going to fill up my water as well. Yeah, mine seems pretty easy to identify, I think. Let me pull up the chart. So here's our Acclupinid. Where is the... I think it's this. I think it's an Anoptrognith... Jesus. Anoptrognithidae? Trognithidae? 2 down-curved dental processes with a central sloped process, maybe? Because you can see it has, like, in the oral groove, it has 2, like, pincers going into it. Actually, maybe it's a Toxodentidae. 2 curved processes extending from the sides of the oral groove. Okay. Yeah, I think it's this as well. Yeah. It's a Palpitophora Utiliformis grandis Toxodentae. 100%. Because it has the, I don't remember all of the anatomical nomenclature, but like the proximal labia denta, vagina denta, or whatever. I don't remember all of the words, but it's definitely this. Okay, we got it. That was from a bag of whole wheat bread. I think the Toxodentae are common. Yeah, I don't think it's rare. I don't have a rare one, but that's alright. I'll sell that to a pawn shop. I can try.